Hello, world. Welcome to episode 112 of the Jimmy Canz Show. We're going low tech here for Extreme Rules predictions. My laptop crapped the bed. Just got a loaner. Don't have any of my files. So it's going to be an interesting one. Before we get going, congratulations. We got a new champ, two-time champ, Rodney. There you go.
It's just really. I hope it's an example for the kids out there.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah, so once you hit rock bottom, there's only one direction you can go.
That's right.
I was out on the streets. I didn't have my belt. It was cold out there.
So Extreme Rules this Saturday from Philadelphia, Wells Fargo. I mean, Extreme Rules, home of Extreme. We're in Philly.
Yeah.
So I believe 6 matches right now that we know of. We'll kick it off. Like I said, we're going low tech here. First match out of the gate is the Donnybrook match.
Let's go.
Brawling Brutes. Sheamus.
This takes me back when I was a kid and I watched anything that had to do with professional wrestling every other weekend.
Yeah.
I like the technology. I like
Brawling
the format.
Brutes, like I said, Sheamus, Butch, Ridge Holland against Imperium, Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. So why don't you kick us off, champ? Who you taking in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Brawling Brutes.
The
Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go Brawling Brutes as well. Gunther got the W over in Cardiff. I think this is gonna this feud's gonna keep going a little bit, and this is a way for the Brutes to kind of get one over and then lead to, probably eventually, a blow-off match probably for the title again between Sheamus and Gunther. So, all right. Second one out. Ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. The leader of Damage Control, Bayley, challenging against the EST, Bianca Belair. I'll go here. I'm gonna pick Bianca to retain. I like Damage Control, but I don't think that they are wanting to have one faction with pretty much all the titles at this point. So I'm going to say, for that reason, Bianca retains.
All right. With me, for the first time, I'm picking against Bianca. I'm going with Bayley. I'm going with Bayley. I don't know. I feel like this could be one of those situations where they take the title at a smaller event.
Possible.
And you get it back in motion for something bigger that they want to have down the road. So kind of get that title back, moving around a little bit. Maybe come back to something bigger with Bianca later. I'm not sure, but I think this might be one of those times they try to sneak it up out of there.
Okay. Next up, the strap match. Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, challenging Karrion Kross. We'll have Scarlett in his corner. Which way are you going, Rod?
I'm going with Big Mac. I think they're trying to build him. To be a reasonable threat to Roman. So I'm going with Big Mac.
This is a kind of a coin toss one. McIntyre came short in Cardiff due to outside interference. So he just coming off a premium live event loss, even though he looked strong in it. But this is Kross's first match, big match back. Do you squash any type of potential momentum with Karrion Kross right out of the gate? I'm gonna go Kross.
Okay. You think they finally ready to fish with this guy, huh?
Well, it's not so much fish with him, but like I said, this is his first one back. So, all the hype and the buzz about his return, it just kind of goes, if he doesn't get the win.
Okay.
So that's
so maybe fish with him a little bit. At least they don't want to cut bait. You feel like they want to at least keep something out there to work with. Okay.
All right. Next up, the Extreme Rules match. for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Our champion, Liv Morgan, defending against Rowdy Ronda Rousey. I'm going to say we get a title change here.
Okay.
There's a lot of different things that could happen here with being Extreme Rules, with outside interference and everything. But again, they haven't been booking Liv that strong. She's been kind of just getting by for the most part. I mean, she did finally kind of get a clean win over Shayna. The last premium event. So like that was her first decent win. So I another shenanigan win, it does nothing for her. She'd look better, I think she'd look better in a good loss than a questionable win here. So and then you can build Ronda up and to something, going into Survivor Series next month.
Okay. Well,
what say you?
Yeah, I got Ronda. Yeah. I think we got to start. Once again, I think we got to start giving her some wins. She's been doing, she's been pretty much doing the job since she's been back. She, you know what I mean. So I think at some point we got to start, rewarding her. So,
all right. Yeah. Next up, the I Quit match. The Rated R Superstar Edge taking on a member of the Judgment Day and Finn Balor, who will likely have the rest of his cronies out there with him in this one. Who you taking in this one, Rod?
I'm going with Edge. I think it's easier to see Finn quitting now that he's a heel. I think Edge, it's time to. There's another point here where I think he has to have a win, right?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here. The way they're booking Edge right now, I don't see them having Edge quit. Kind of what they've done with his character and how he's got grit and all that kind of stuff. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense for him to lose an I Quit match. So I will agree with you there. And then last but not least, in what probably will be the last match of the night, just because of the type of match it is, the Fight Pit match, Matt Riddle taking on Seth freaking Rollins. I'm going to go Matt Riddle in this one. Oh, and special referee Daniel Cormier in this one as well. So, I'm going to go Matt Riddle in this one. Seth looks strong the last two outings. Gotten the better of Riddle. So I think it's time for Riddle to get a win back. What say you?
I'm on board with Riddle. I'm all in. I'm all in. I think, and the Daniel Cormier, with the MMA tie, I think it's kind of there. Now they could swerve us.
Yeah,
they could swerve us, because I'm sure that they know everybody's leaning that way. But Triple H has kind of been more logical, I think, with creative. It hasn't been so much as looking to swerve you for the sake of swerving you. It doesn't feel like as much.
Yeah, and the other thing that we got coming, in all likelihood, is this White Rabbit reveal. It's probably going to happen at this show. All signs seem to be pointing to the identity of said rabbit, being one Bray Wyatt, returning to the fold here. So, what match he makes his presence known in, that could factor into some of these outcomes as well.
Yes, the White Rabbit.
Who's Bray going after? That's the question when he makes his return. And what version of Bray are we going to get here?
Yeah,
does he return? Does he return as cult leader Bray? Does he return as Firefly Funhouse Bray with the Fiend alter ego, or is
what did you prefer? What would you prefer?
I don't know. I think they all have their merits, and it might be interesting to see something completely new here too out of him. He's been gone for almost a year, so I'm not sure which way. Like I said, they all have decent merits, so I don't know which way.
Okay.
I think there's probably more merchandising if they stay with the Firefly Funhouse Fiend version, but who
Yes,
knows?
that's me personally. I know a lot of people weren't really on the Fiend. I was all over the Fiend. Like, I thought that character should have been like, that is what I felt Bray should have evolved into. Like, when they were trying to have him as the cult leader, but kind of with special powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, just make him the Fiend. Make him a new Undertaker. You know what I mean? Where you don't have to try to explain the. We all agree here that he's supernatural. We just agree and let him run with this.
Yeah, I hear you. So those are our picks. Our only differences seem to be you're going Bailey, I'm going Bianca, you're going Drew, and I'm going Cross. Other than that, we were lockstep. So we got 2 matches different.
Okay.
So
possibility
of a draw. Possibility of a draw here. So let's see how it plays out. Our next predictions will be for Crown Jewel, actually, unless we got Halloween Havoc coming up. Do we want to do Halloween Havoc or we want to wait for Crown Jewel?
No, we got to do them all.
Got to do them all. All right, well, we'll put something together for Halloween Havoc. It'll be a little later this month. And then we got Crown Jewel after that and Survivor Series after that. So those will be our next couple of outings there. So give us your picks as well down below. Give the channel like, share, subscribe wherever you are. We hope you're doing well. Take care of one another, and we will see you when we see you.
See you.